Number one, we are going to be teaching ABC of software testing. So if you're a software testing enthusiast, or somebody who is looking to tech, or somebody who wants to transition into tech, looking for an opportunity, this is a very great opportunity for you to get in-depth insights, in-depth training, thorough training on switching to a career in software testing. That day, for 1 hour, we are going to be teaching everything on ABC of software testing. Number two, we'll also be having an hands-on training on web test automation training with Cypress, mobile test automation, API test automation, and performance testing with Apache JMeter. Good, right? Number three, to cap it all, we are going to be having a panel session with 3 software testers with over 20 years of experience. Oh damn, mind-blowing, right? You get to interact with these people, ask questions, how you can elevate your career, how you can move on to the next level, if you're suffering from stagnancy, advice they will have to give you, and so on and so forth. Number four, we're also going to be having games and prizes, and hold on, these prizes are going to bust your brain. They are amazing. We are going to be giving 3 laptops to some of the attendees. We are going to be giving 90 days of free data for the first set of people that join this festival. We are going to be giving them free data for them to be able to join this program on that day. Number five, we are also going to be launching 2 courses. So if you are the kind of person that wants to switch into tech or want to go into the next step in your career as a software tester, we are going to be launching 2 courses just for you on this particular day. We're also going to be giving certificates of participation for you on that day. And last but not the least, we are going to be giving scholarship on this particular day. You need to click on the registration button now. Register now. Go into the caption and click on the link. Go to our bio, click on the link. It's time for you to register. See you Saturday, September 9, 2023 by 9 a.m.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so amazing and it's so fantastic to have you all here. Woo! Am I the only one excited? Hey, wait. Am I the only one excited? I beg, please. I need to start seeing the chat section. Are you here? Are you here? Am I the only one here? Please tell somebody to use the chat section to say, I am here. Let me know if you are here live and direct. And of course, by the way, click on the link you can see and be part of the first 100 people to get this today's data plan. So we are going to giving out 100 people a full day data plan today, like right now, because it's going to be a long day, okay? It's going to be a very long day. So let's make it start rolling. I need to see your chat too. I need to know that you are here. I need to know that you are here. So please use the chat session to let me know that you are here so that I can know that I'm not the only way. I can see 69 people already. So please start taking use of the form. I didn't try to make it up. It's just easy, simple. Just click on the link you can see on the chat section and click on it to put in your information. Just 3 to 4 information: your name, the network that you are using, and we click and just fill it, and that's it. Okay. So yes, I'm waiting. I can't see anybody's chat here. Or is it network? Am I being delayed? I'm not seeing anybody responses here. I'm still waiting. Are you here with me? Can you hear me? That's the first thing I need to know. Can you hear me loud and direct on the YouTube, on StreamYard? Oh yeah, by the way, we switched from using Google Meet to StreamYard because to YouTube because of the number of people that we have. Currently, we have close to 600 people signed up for this event. So our Google Meet might not be able to accommodate every one of you. And instead of changing multiple links, we don't want to do that. Hence why we are using YouTube link straight up. So please start filling up the form. Oh, I already started seeing people filling up the form. So people are filling up the form, you're not answering me in the chat section. Wait, chat is disabled. Somebody is telling me that chat is disabled. Now I see what the problem is. So while we try to sort that out, start using the link that I already posted, to start using the link to set yourself up and get settled. So let me go and sort out the chat being disabled. Please, chat being disabled doesn't mean you cannot click on the link you can see on your screen. So please don't wait. All right, let's go and sort that out. If you're already in our community, then I would be dropping the link to us already. Okay, let's wait for more people to join in. Thank you.
This event is virtual, which means you can attend from anywhere. But however, you need registration to be able to attend this event. And the good thing is registration is free. A few of the things you stand to gain is, number one, we are going to be teaching ABC of software testing. So if you're a software testing enthusiast, or somebody who is looking to tech, or somebody who wants to transition into tech, looking for an opportunity, this is a very great opportunity for you to get in-depth insights, in-depth training, thorough training on switching to a career in software testing. That day, for 1 hour, we are going to be teaching everything on ABC of software testing. Number two, we'll also be having an hands-on training on web test automation training with Cypress, mobile test automation, API test automation, and performance testing with Apache JMeter. Good, right? Number three, to cap it all, we are going to be having a panel session with 3 software testers with over 20 years of experience. Oh, damn, mind-blowing, right? You get to interact with these people, ask questions, how you can elevate your career.
One of the notifications that does get to me right now is that you cannot chat in the comment section. So my advice is, are you subscribed to the channel? You need to be subscribed to the channel, so subscribe to the channel right now while we also look into that in details. All right, just relax, don't worry, just relax. Okay, we are here. We are all here together. Just relax. Thank you.
You can move on to the next level. If you're suffering from stagnancy, advice they will have to give you, and so on and so forth. Number four, we're also going to be having games and prizes. And hold on, these prizes are going to bust your brain. They are amazing. We are going to be giving 3 laptops to some of the attendees. We are going to be giving 90 days of free data for the first set of people that join this festival. We are going to be giving them free data for them to be able to join this program on that day. Number 5, we are also going to be launching 2 courses. So if you're the kind of person that wants to switch into tech or want to go into the next step in your career as a software tester, we are going to be launching 2 courses just for you on this particular day. We're also going to be giving certificates of participation for you on that day. And last but not the least, we are going to be giving scholarship on this particular day. You need to click on the registration button now. Register now. Go into the caption and click on the link. Go to our bio, click on the link. It's time for you to register. See you Saturday, September 9, 2023 by 9 a.m.
Aha, I see. Okay. All right, guys, kindly check now that, just refresh on your screen and check now that you can chat. Let's check it, please. Can you chat now? Can you chat now? I'm believing to see a yes, a yes, a yes in the chat section. Please check it now. Check it now. Check it now. Can you chat now? Let me also confirm from my end. I will just go to YouTube right away and type Testival'23. Yay, Donata, I see you. Oh, finally. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. So in the chat session, just type Testival'23. I am here. Testival'23. I am here. Testival'23. I am here. Yay, Testival'23. First 100 people data plan link. So let me drop the first 100 people data plan link in the chat section. Awesome, awesome. Like I said, oh, Ajayi is the only person I am seeing. No, is the only that said Testival'23, I am here. Oh. Now I can see Unduke, I can see Tekavar, I can see Utiber, I can see Abiola, I can see Tomi Yossi, I can see John, I can see Adelere, I can see Paula. Amazing. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Mary Blossom, thank you. Like I mentioned earlier, for everyone that I said it first. Oh, SFX Capital, amazing. I see you. All right. I mentioned it earlier that we had to change. I think everybody actually has the link in their email right now to join us on YouTube. We switched from using Google Meet to YouTube because our Google Meet could not welcome everyone. I mean, you guys are a lot, close to 600 people signed up already. So you just have to don't want to start changing link multiple times, and our link cannot accommodate all of you at once. Hence the reason why we are using YouTube. Okay, so please work with us. But trust me, I am here. Like we can see you. Okay. So for you to know that I can see you, the first chat that I saw here was from Jonathan said, yay. And then she said, now it is possible. SFX says, yes, I can. Victoria says, yes. Abiola says, yes. Wasila says, yes. Peace Peter says, yes. Uweri Manuel says, yes. Utibart says, yes. Abel says, yes. Osnachi says, yes. Adibola says, yes. SFX says, sweet. Anthony says, hello. And another Anthony says, amazing. Abiola says, awesome. So you can see that I am seeing you. Festival 23, I am here. Yes. Festival 23, I am here. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, because you have access to this link, you can as well go ahead and share and share and share and share and share to every single person that you know. Now, like I mentioned, we are using YouTube, so it is accommodating for every single person that wants to listen in. Okay, and everyone can join it today. And once again, let me officially say, Happy International Software Testing Day. You should I see. I need to see drum rolls. I need to see drum. If you are a tester in the house, please, let's celebrate, 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 celebrate. It's Happy International Software Testing Day. To all the software testers out there, I celebrate you. I want to say well done, well done, well done. I understand it's not easy. I was just reflecting about my personal goal from the last, software testing day to today's software testing days, and I'm like, I have grown actually. But if you do not take monetary momentum, if you have a plan and a very good momentum plan at that, you might not really know that you have grown. So you have all grown up, you have all grown, you have all learned technically, personally, financially, educationally. In fact, in the last international software testing day, somebody does not even know. Somebody have not even done their masters, and in 1 year, the person is already doing their projects in their masters. Okay, so that's why you to know that there is growth. So please celebrate. I'm not seeing the celebration. Why am I not seeing the celebration? Why am I not seeing? Why are you not celebrating yourself now? Please, if you are a software testing in the house, celebrate yourself. Say Happy International Software Testing Day to yourself. It's amazing. If you're not a software tester, don't worry, we catch you, we catch you. We are not proud people. We will welcome you on board. We are going to welcome you on board. Okay. So not to worry, we have you today. And today is piled up with a lot of activities. I'm just waiting for now that my teams are here. Yes, so I'm seeing the celebration live and direct, eyes playing. Yeah, happy International Testing Day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly, because it's not easy. If nobody celebrates us, we are going to celebrate ourselves. Like I was saying, if nobody's celebrating us, first of all, celebrate ourselves. So yes, I'm proud to be a software tester. I don't know about you. So if you know you're proud, better say that for yourself too. I'm proud to be a software tester. I deliver quality products. It's amazing, being a software tester. I am rich in the works of my hand. I don't know if I'm the only one making this confession. No, I'm a rich software tester. If you like, say you are poor, because you don't want all those people to collect money from your hand. You better make the confession. I'm a rich software tester. I get international offers. You understand me? Yes, I get international offers, Yes, so happy Bug Hunters Day, happy Bug Detective Day, a lot of names we call ourselves. Happy International Testing Day. I see all of you. So I'm going to be handing over the mic to our amazing lead community manager and host of Funny Mae Brown. See, let me just leave you guys to the
Hey,
let me
I'm
just leave you guys,
here and I can see.
let me
Thank
just
you,
leave
Princess. Thank you.
yeah. I'm just going to leave you guys with
Yeah,
the pilot of this program, and I'll be back to your screen in the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be back again. Okay? Funny man, over to
yeah.
you.
Yeah, yes. Hi. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining in. It's so amazing. The love is crazy. Yeah, I can see everyone. Oh, there. We have 86 people already, and it's not yet time to even start the event. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, Obina, isn't Ray. So we are happy also. I can see I am a rich tester. I'm a rich software tester. I'm all right. Yeah, keep God live chat open. Wow. All right. Thank you for joining in. Thank you. We are super excited to have you on board. And we know that after today, your life won't even be the same again. You know why? Because you will have what you need to do, and you also know how to do what you need to do with software testing. And I know the amazing speakers from all over the world are here to, teach you the basic things to get you started. And above all, there are free giveaways. So today, don't call me off on email. Just call me Mama Goodie Bag, okay? If you call me Mama Goodie Bag, my head will start swelling. I can start spraying dollar. Oh, don't let's talk about dollar yet, but they are free laptops. So, and as you're joining in, I can see that we have 84 people already. There's a form attached to this link. Try and fill in the form so that we'll be able to get your details for your data subscription, okay? Do that immediately, because when it's 100, the form will be taken away from the screen. So try and do that. If you can hear me, hurry up, go to the form, fill the form, and also the form is pinned to the chat session. Fill in so that we can know that you are among the first 100 people. And if you stay till the end of this call, another form will be sent to you where you still get to get your data subscription. So there are loads of games. There are loads of games that we've already created for this session, and amazing speakers. So you're going to learn a lot. So today I'll just start by telling you what Testify is. I know Princess has been telling you guys about Testify and all that, TestarsQuarter. If you're not in our Slack channel, hurry up now. Ask in the chat section. We put in the link for you to join the Slack channel, TestarsQuarter. From there, that's where we'll be making announcements of all the winners, laptop giveaway. You even get to get internship. I don't need to tell you what internship is now. Yeah. So, and you also get to get data 90 days data subscription. 90 days. How many days do we have in a month? 30 days in a month. And now that means 3 months data subscription. Guys, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Yeah, I don't care you still. Yeah, I can see you. I'm Mama Goodie Bag today. Don't call me often. If you call me often, I'll just go into one corner, okay? Don't call me often. Call me Mama Goodie Bag, because I'll be spraying dollars, laptops, data plan. Just name it. What do you want? What do you want? Aside the knowledge that you're going to gain today, what else do you want? Just drop it in the chat section. Let's know. Yeah, I'm Mama Goodie Bag today. So, all right. So, back to what we are here to do. Testify is actually a software company, a software testing company that drives satisfaction. I don't know what kind of satisfaction you've been doing in your tech life, in your tech journey. I don't know, but today you'll be finding more. I pray you find satisfaction today, and I pray that you get to know how to detect bug, test bug, remove bug, everything bug, be a bug detective. I know there's a name for there's actually an organization called Bug Detective Organization. I hope they are here. Okay, so today you'll be learning so many things. Yeah, Kate Austin, if you want internship, all you need to do is, move to the Slack corner, sign up, and terms and conditions and everything, and you're free to go. It's so easy. It's so easy. So, Princess, are you on this call? Princess, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. Shoot.
All right, all right. Good. Again, I told you guys, see, we are. If I don't worry, Princess is fine. Only for Mama Goodie bag. She's the Mama Goodie bag. Me, Princess is just fine. But often when they said it, they cannot see your face, so they want to see the face of the person that is going to be giving them all the goodie bags. So,
Okay,
um,
the Mama Goodie bag.
all right. So again, I'm back to your screen and to say well done to everyone for joining. I don't know why we're having just 75 people on the call. I mean, I'm always saying that when you are doing an online event, it's not as if there is transport on the road. There's no transport on the road. There's no traffic. There is no movement up and down. Saturday is for resting. We know. So you should be in the comfort of your home, listening to us, and participating in the wonderful session that we have already. So please invite your friend, put the YouTube link, on your pages if that's what we would do. Yes, put the YouTube link on your pages for other people to join in. That's very important so that it will be easy for them to join directly here and not waste time, so to speak. So that's very important. All right. So briefly for you to know about Testify Limited or the organization that is organizing this. We have community. I know you have heard of Testify. I know you have heard of TestarsQuarter. I know you have heard of we used to help people to hire jobs, get jobs or hire testers. I know you could also have possibly heard about how we also help companies to test their product. And you're like, wait, who is doing what? How are they like? What is what? I'm confused. So don't worry, that's what I'm here to do to clear your confusion. If that's the right word, just to clear your doubt and clear all the confusion that you might have. So Testify Limited is, I'm always using the word quality as a service for a very long time until when we enter one of our grants program and they said no. You are a tech startup. You don't need to put quality assurance as a service and all of that. We are a tech enterprise and we are focused on quality assurance as a service for both product led and individual companies. All right. One of the things we do in the hands of Testify is our consulting services, right? What we do in consulting services is that if you have a company, that you are a product-led companies, you help other companies, or you are one of those products that you develop products in your organization. You have a product on Play Store or an App Store, or it's a website that you have. Then you definitely want to work with us because we have the best of hands at hand. We have the best of team at hand to get the work done and deliver you a quality product, right? That's one of the things we do. So we provide consulting services for product-led companies and even individuals who are business owners. All right. The next two days that we also do is what we call the outsourcing, where we help you hire the best of hands. And we do this in three different ways, either by getting you to get the CVs of the best of hands that you can go ahead to interview, just send you the number of CVs as much as possible, qualified one, not an intern who is vying for the position of a team lead, right? So we help you to get qualified CVs for you to review and interview yourself. We can help you take care of the full recruitment, for the entire software testers. And lastly, we do the B2B dedicated software tester services. So we get to have a team of software testers that work for you, but with us. All right. So that is what we also do in the IRA. And of course, we have portfolio of different level of testers we have, the kind of skill sets that they have, the kind of experience that they have. You have all of those information readily made for you. And third one is our academy. which practically that is what a lot of you knows about Testify, right? The academy today, academy. You do not know that, yes, we do other things. So the academy is our software testing platform. I'm always saying that it's not a bragging right. Let me own it. It's a bragging right. Testify provides the best software testing training you can see anywhere else in, let me say Africa. Let me not say the world. Not that I can't say the world, but let me just say Africa for now. Let us not carry it. Even though our graduates comes from across the globe, right? We have students from Canada, from Germany, from Lagos, Nigeria, like from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Canada, from Europe generally, and many more other countries, to mention a few, even from Saudi Arabia. Yes, we have students from Saudi Arabia that has taken these opportunities of our training. So we have different training. The two flagship programs that we take before now, or that we actually used to give before now, is our Switch to Software Testing program, which is a 90 days journey for you to transform from, I don't know what software testing is, to becoming an employable software tester. Right, so that is one. The second one is our test automation program, which is for manual testers. You know you're already a tester and you want to take your skill to the next level, then you take our test automation program. So that is the two we run as of yesterday until today, that we are going to be launching two more courses that you want to stay behind to know about, to take advantage of the discount today, and many more. All right. That is what we do in the academy section. And the last one is the community. Now, in fact, I should give you guys a sneak peek into the community. In fact, this event is actually organized by the community. So it's just a gist chat between a very few community members. And we are like, every weekend, every Saturday 9 a.m., there is always something for us to learn. We are either learning about mobile automation intensive workshop, or we are learning about web automation intensive workshop, or is performance testing intensive workshop, or is what's it called now? Any hands-on, it could be, and sometimes it could be me bringing fire to the table with mentorship, and our mentorship sometimes take like a whole 3 hours, where we are removing the shafts and adding the main thing that makes you a software tester into you. So every Saturday by 9 p.m., by 9 a.m. in the morning, every community member knows that they are meant to be on our Google Meet. Is our private mentorship classroom that we do every weekend. And of course, there are so many other things that you get to know being part of our communities. You get to have advantage of discounted gym activities, gym subscription, health insurance. You get to also have discount for your professional shoots, and many more, which you don't even know. I mean, these are the things you go to companies to go and get as a benefit, but we give it to you as a community member. So if you want to become a part of our community member, then you want to click on this link. But don't rush. I remember that don't rush challenge. Don't rush. Propel is coming to tell you all the perks they have lined up for us as a certified community member. Black Skill is also coming around today to tell you all they have in stock for us as our community partners. So we have partners in our community, and many more are still trooping in. Okay, so yes, these are the four arms of Testify. So when you see us organize an event like this, kudos to the TestarsQuarter. If you see us launch a course for you, kudos to the Testers Academy. If you see us helping people to get a job, kudos to Testify Limited. If you see us helping you to deliver a quality product, kudos to Testify Limited. So now that you know the differences between them, that is the brief, in summary of what we do at Testify Limited. So over to you, Ofonime. Thank you.
Yeah, hi. Hi, everyone again. Thank you for everything. Thank you. I hope you got all the details you need to move on in your software testing journey. And I can see we are 96, just 4 more people to go here. So all the people that want to see my face, see my Magudi bag face here. I'm here. Yeah. So thank you, and happy International Software Testers Day to you. Let me say it properly. Happy International Software Testing Day to you all out there. So thank you for joining this call, and that is all you need to know about testers, and I know we keep on updating our curriculum. We keep on, updating ourselves every single day. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The comments are getting to my head. Yeah, thank you. So back to what I was saying, we keep on updating in TestarsQuarter, and especially Testify that gave back to TestarsQuarter. So I know you are here. Now we are set to go because we are 107. And if you've not feel that firm, oh, my heart is breaking for you because we are over 100 now. So since we are over 100, we are set to start our event. All what we were doing was just, we were joking. But now, back to serious business. We are 110. So we'll be moving straight to our hands-on activity. I hope Princess is ready to get you started. If you're not close to your laptop, this is the time for you to switch on that, that laptop on your table, so that you can just, get a wing of what you are going to be doing in software testing day and on your software testing journey. Okay? You missed the wedding today. Don't worry. Don't worry. This is more than a wedding. This is more than a life plan wedding. Okay? So just stay cute, get attentive, no distraction, and get yourself set because you are moving to the hot agenda at hand. I don't know if Princess is ready. She's ready. She will just come online and we are set to go. But meanwhile, while we wait for Princess to start the hands-on activity, since we are more than 100, all I will need to do, where are you coming from? If you are on this call and you've not tweeted to your neighbor, you've not tweeted to your friend, you've not tweeted globally on your LinkedIn, your Twitter, X page, or your social media, Instagram, thread, you are so wrong. I'm going to be giving you an hashtag right now to start the tweet so that we can, move on and don't wait for others. I know you love yourself so much and I know you want to earn so much money before this year runs out. So I'm be giving out hashtag right now for you to just go tweet there. Take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of yourself or just write something. You cannot take picture because perhaps if you're not properly set, all you need to do is just go to your Instagram, go to your thread, go to your Twitter space, go to your LinkedIn space, and write something about your expectation today. And use this hashtag, Happy International Software Testing Day. Testers. Happy International Software Testing Day Testers. And the testers is TESTAR. It's AR, not ER. Okay, so use that hashtag and tweet. Let's see, so that more people can join the call as we wait to start our hands-on activity. Yeah, you can still be on this call while you do that. So tell me where you're coming from. I can see Anambra State. I can see Lagos. I can see, so many places. Wow. So I'm doing this call from Abuja, Nigeria. Is anybody from Abuja here? And I know my Lagos team members are here. Hey, hi, Anambra. Ndewo. I hope it's Ndewo that you guys say over there. Yeah, Lagos. Hey, Port Harcourt. Is Doris on this call? If Doris is on this call, please say hi to your Port Harcourt people. Yeah, Abuja. Yay. We're topping the chat. Oh, Osun State. Wow. Nice of you to join this call. Kaduna. Yay. So I'm not seeing Makurdi. I'm not seeing Niger State, Ikorodu, Lagos. Okay, Ondo State, wow. Bayelsa, Ibadan. Hey, I know Princess is going to give Ibadan guys something. Yeah. Ghana, Kumasi. Hey, Ghana guys, welcome. I'm not seeing India on this call. I'm not seeing West. Is it San Francisco, Silicon Valley guys? You guys are not here. Okay, Ghana again, Lagos, wow, nice to have you on this call. Osun State, wow, thank you for joining this call. Thank you, Port Harcourt again. Yeah, thank you for joining this call. So Princess, if you're ready, we are ready to have you. Johannesburg, South Africa, wow. Good to have you. Thank you for joining this call. Kogi State, Ondo State. We are global, guys. We are global. Thank you for joining this call. Thank you for joining this call. What are your expectations from this call? What do you want? Let's hear your expectation, guys. Let's hear. I know we have testers queen, women testers. Are you in the house? If you are in the house, say hi. Say hi to Mama Goodie Bag. Yeah, Princess, are you ready? Okay, I'm trying to get Princess profile. So that I can read Princess profile. I know you guys have already had the career doctor herself.
Sorry, let me just go. No, people don't need my profile. I'm a regular customer.
Okay.
I'm a regular customer. So, all right. So let me just start my session. Good day, everyone. Don't worry, I'm not going to exhaust your time. Trust me. I'm a very fast deliverer. If that is the right word. And thank you to everyone for joining this session again. So a very quick one that I'm going to be talking about this morning, it's just something light. Like I would always say, it's just something light. The essence of this is for those who are just coming to the idea of software testing for the very first time. I know you have heard about it. I know over and over again you have heard so much, and you're like, so what are they saying in real sense? And that is why I just want to bring you the knowledge of software testing. One of the things I'm always say that I'm a test evangelist. My goal is to ensure that I give you software testing knowledge when you come for an event like this. No matter what is what, no matter the excitement all over our blood, But my goal is to ensure that I give you the knowledge of software testing. And I dare to say that software testing is one of the best career you can ever go into as a software, as an engineer or as a test enthusiast or as a beginner. Why do I say that? It is because software testing is one of those skills that gives you give you an entrance into multiple fields. So we are not saying come and be a software tester for the next 100 years. Of course, you're going to be meeting people that have been in the field for close to 20 to 25 years today. But I'm saying that even if you get to do it, make money from it, and you can go and do anything else. That is, if you eventually want to go and do something else, and there is nothing like you have to do just one thing forever. You can do software testing, as you can be focused on mobile, you can be focused on web, you can focus on non-functional testing, you can be focused on security testing, you can be focused on, if I leave software, go into hardware testing, you can leave hardware, go into AI testing, you can leave AI, go into big data testing. There are so many areas of software testing. It's quite complex, and it's far, it's not, there's nothing like, if all you have been doing before now that makes you to think that you know how to test it, that you click, does it work? Yes, okay, that's it. I'm a tester. No, you are wrong. So today we are going to be talking about the few things that I have to talk about in software testing. My name is Ibiroke Ekini, and I'm the CVO of Testival' Limited. Don't worry, you guys, if you are in-house or you have been part of our program before, then you know who the CEO of Testival is. But leave me, let me be the CVO that you can see. All right. And I've been the CVO for Testify for, by January, be clocking 5 years as a company, where we have done amazing projects, glory to God. Amazing project, glory to God. But most importantly, we have trained over 2,000 plus individuals from, I don't know what tech is, to becoming a software tester within a space of a very short time. From even cleaner, even a photographer, even a security post, even a dry cleaner in your office, even a customer service person or a banker. People have moved from, I don't know anything about tech, to becoming a tester. People have moved from a different role in the tech sector to becoming a developer, to becoming a tester. People have even moved from a non-tech role to becoming a software tester, and they are working. So don't get it twisted. They are working. And based on our last analysis, we have 93% of our graduates currently working as a software tester. So this is somewhere you just want to give it a try. But let me put it out there, it's not an easy, funky ride. Even though, yes, the processes are now better, similar and everything, but it is still not a sweet thing to do. Trying to give you everything of 3 months in everything of 3 years in 3 months is definitely not a joke. All right, so the first thing I want to address this morning is what is software testing. Now, in area of my definition today, I'm not here to give you dictionary definition, so to speak. I'm not here to give you this. I mean, you can go on ChatGPT, you can go on Google to go and ask what is that. But I am going to be giving you definition based on a practical implementation that I've experienced so far. So I define software testing personally as a process of ensuring quality product is delivered to customers. That's it. That's the simplest way to do it. I say it again. Software testing is a list of processes and activities or a process that is involved in ensuring that a quality product is delivered to customers in order to meet their requirement. How do I even describe? If you have read one of my articles where I describe software testing to my 7 years old niece, I know I think the person. I take one of my siblings, one of my niece, down to a supermarket one day, and we entered this particular wear store, and he said, no, he doesn't want this clothes. We get to another store, the guy saw it, the boy saw it, and he said, I like it, but it does not size me. So he left it. We enter another store, the boy saw the clothes, he likes it, it sizes him, but it's not his color. Until we finally had to look for Ben 10 clothes because he was celebrating his 10 years old birthday coming soon. And then he finally saw one Ben 10. I said, oh, finally, after entering like 6 stores, we finally see the Ben 10 that this guy wants, right? But unfortunately, it's not the same Ben 10 the original Ben 10 that he wants in terms of a lot of criteria. And then we finally enter one of the very super store in Lagos, Nigeria. And he said, this is it. And he wore it. Now, that process that you went through was called software testing. It's called testing generally, not software, so to speak. Then I asked him, so why didn't you want the first one? He said, it was not the concept of what he has in his mind. I said, okay, what about the second store that had the concept? He said it does not size him. Another one, he said, okay, it's the concept is sizing, but it's not the original one. The process of checking over and over again, the process of ensuring that you meet the quality of what your customers want as a requirement, that is called testing. Now, you can do testing on multiple platforms. It could be on software, it could be on hardware, it could be on AI, it could be on data. There are a number of things you can do testing on. But we are talking about software testing. Now, what are softwares, or what are applications, or what are products? If you have ever used any application, so to speak, to transfer money to anybody, that is a product. That is a software. All right? That is a product that you are using. And of course, there are so many types of softwares. So if you hear me talk about application or product, is another type of softwares, which we can get into much later. But if you ever use WhatsApp to chat with me, then you are using a software. If you're ever using YouTube to listen to me right now, that is a software. If there's any application on your phone, so to speak, that is the software. If your phone is functioning at all, that is a software. Now, for every single software that you're using, somebody, a group of people, a set of people has already tested our product, and that is where you come in as a software tester. So you can see that our work as a software tester is not so loud, but yet it's so important. Then that is software testing for you. So why is this so important? Let me give an example, and I need you guys in the chat session to respond to these, right? Tell me, let me use any country. Let me use Lagos, Nigeria, for example. And I said, we just launched this train today. The Lagos state government just launched this train today. We have not tested it, but we trust it, enter it. Alpha, tell me, would you enter? And if it is a no, tell me why. I need response. Response. Why would you not enter the train? If I tell you that, though we have not tested it, but I trust this, like I trust it. If you say no, SFX said no, why? Mary Blossom said no, why? I need to know. You must tell me why. Why are you not going to enter? I mean, we trust it. We trust the product. Like, it's developed with the best of the best hands. So we trust it. Why? Very good. Linus says it is risky. Thank you. The risks. He said, run, no. I won't enter if we didn't run a deal on it. Because risk assessment hasn't been ascertained. Thank you, Ajoke. I love that response. Risk assessment has not been ascertained. Risky. No, because your security is at risk until it is being tested. Oh, I love you guys. Yes, because it is not being tested. Drill, I'm in. Not tested, no guarantee. And that is exactly what comes to mind when you tell your customers that you have developed a product but you have not tested it. Now, tell me, you are wondering that, but they will not know that I've not entered it now. They will not know that I've not tested it now. They will know because of the quality of what is being released. We, as a software testing company, we have released on quality product before. Let's be realistic. We have done them like, we must really be growing when we are doing this. Like, how did we even give this out, this shitty product to people, right? That is a process. You cannot guarantee the benefit, you cannot guarantee your safety. Now, these are the importance of software testing. It helps you to guarantee quality deliverables, quality products, quality usability to your audience. Two, it helps to ensure that your customers are safe. Three, it keeps your brands in check, right? It helps you to ensure that your brand can be trusted for quality product. Now, evidence, you will not, these are the things that are important to testing. It's not just because I trust now, you saying that you will enter the train, if you're a product manager here, if you're a developer here, entering the train is you saying, I trust my developer. They are going to do a great job. They are the best of hands. They have tested it by themselves. That is you placing a risk on the product because your developers are not the users, because you as a product manager are not the user, because you as a business owner is not the user. You have seen a lot of memes out there where they'll put a straight line for people to walk, but people will go this way, right? That is the way user thinks. And there is only one person in the team that has that multifaceted cap on them, that wears the hat of a business owner, that wears the hat of a product manager, that wears the hat of a developer, that wears the hat of a tester, and that even wears the hat of a user. And that is a software tester. So it is important to always test your product to avoid risks, to avoid the challenges and the risks that comes with not testing a product. Right? So let me come again. What do you now think is the role of a software tester aside from just testing a product? I need some responses. I believe I have some testers in the house. Yes, I'm still hearing it. I can't risk my life and that of my unborn children. I can't take it. Thank you. So, what do you think your role is as a software tester? One of the things I know that it is your role as a software tester. Okay, one of the things that I know that is your role as a software tester is, yes, you need to ascertain quality product. Again, somebody should use the chat section. What is the role of a software tester? That's my question of a software. So if you know anyone, type it in the chat section. What do you think is the role of a software tester? What is my role as a software tester? My primary responsibility that you need to know is that I'm responsible for ensuring the product meets the specified requirement. That is one of my primary responsibility. I'm not talking about checking and seeing that you pass or fail. I'm saying that my primary role, even without testing or checking, even without execution or pass or fail, my primary role as a software tester, is to ensure that that product meets the specified requirement. A requirement can state that I want this product to break. As long as it has passed to come to your table, you have to make sure that that product breaks. That is your primary role as a software tester. And you also, another primary role of you as a software tester is to ensure that that product is free of defects that could cause adversely effects in its performance, in its functionality, in its usability. Do you get the two things I mentioned? I hope you are taking down notes because me, I want to see notes too. Me, I'm a free giver. You understand me? If I see your notes on social media and you tag me and it's impressive, you just might not know what will enter your DM. You just might not know what can come your way. So start writing notes down. I mentioned two primary responsibilities of a software tester. Your primary responsibility is to ensure that the product meets the specified requirement. And then two, you have to ensure that the product is free of defect that could cause an adverse effect on its functionality, in its performance, on its usability. We can give so many examples of how train has crashed based on a little quality assurance that was not done in a product. We have talked about car accidents that was just because of a little quality assurance that the driver choose not to do on their own car. So there are diverse effects. Should we go on a product that are using for medical application that will not be properly tested and they leads to lose of lives? Should we start talking about the challenges that leads to lose of life, that leads to lose of customers, that leads to lose of brand integrity? Should we start talking about that? So these are your two primary responsibilities. However, there are other major roles and responsibility. Number one, I would say to understand the requirement. You have no, I said this thing in the last 3 hours mentorship session we had at the TestarsQuarter some weekend ago, and I said, you have no business testing pass or fail on that product as a software tester in that company without understanding the requirements. Like, you have no business testing that product, checking if it passes or fails without understanding requirements. What are you testing for? Do you understand what's in the PRD? Do you understand what your user story is? Do you understand what you're meant to be testing? Now, the next thing is you are meant to create and manage the test planning of a product. You are meant to, the third one, you are meant to design how the test is going to be carried out in terms of designing your test cases, your test scripts, your test data, identifying the scenarios of what should be tested, creating and preparing a detailed step-by-step of execution of scenarios to be tested. Then you now go to that part where everybody wants to do execution. That is why a lot of people call software testing test execution. Now, test execution is not software testing. Don't get it twisted. It's just like you saying that manual car is the only car that exists. No, manual car, there is a manual driving car, and there is also an automatic riding car. But because it is manual car does not mean that all cars are manual. Okay, and because it is an automation car does not mean that automation car is a car or is the car. No, it's not the car, it's a type of car. Manual car is not the car, it's a type of car. Is the gear, is the way it is being handled and functions. But it doesn't mean that there are no seats in the car. It doesn't mean that there are no ACs in the car. It doesn't mean that you cannot sleep in your car. It doesn't mean that you cannot party in the car. It doesn't mean that you cannot gist in the car. All of those functions are there. But when you talk about how to drive itself, is what we are talking about manual. So when I hear people say manual testing is testing, I can debate that with you 100%. I tell you that you are absolutely wrong. That you can do a manual testing does not mean that is software testing. Because you can do automation testing does not mean that is software testing. These are just a way of execution. All right. So these are I'll talk about the execution. And you also have, responsibility of defect reporting. You also have the responsibility of carrying out regression testing. This is what you do if you're not even if you're not a software tester in the company, you can carry out like an exploratory testing on the product. Okay. As a software tester, your primary responsibility to carry out performance testing, usability testing, security testing, compatibility testing, documentation, collaboration, and creating test closure and many more. You have a lot of response. And I see in the chat section, a lot of you are giving me, oh my God, I love you guys. I love you guys. I see a lot of responses, bug detection. Like I have testers on this call. I believe I have testers on this call. Somebody said to ascertain quality, that's your role, ensuring quality no matter what. Somebody said delivering a quality product based on the market. Somebody said bug detection and reporting. Somebody said ensuring the quality product is delivered, ensuring the products released are of good and high standard quality. To deliver quality products, we help people to ensure that their products are safe. Though I'm not a tester yet. Awesome, Damilola, and that's a good way to start. In fact, this is a good way to start. He said to ensure that user satisfaction is achieved through the delivery of quality product. Verification and validation to detect underlying bugs that could potentially harm the product. Oh, I love you guys. To ensure it meets specific requirement of the owner, to serve as a quality assurance to deliverables, look out for bugs and loophole validations, to ensure a software is of good quality and meets the needs of end user before it's product to production. Can you see the relationship between the product and the user satisfaction? Can you see that there is no way you would do software testing and your goal is not on the user satisfaction? Then you should not be testing at all. Somebody said to view or use the product as a user would use it and also ensure quality product. Thank you, Osinashi. That is such a great one, because we need to also understand that aside from just being a tester that tests the product, we also need to use the product as a user. That is your role as a tester, ensuring that the quality of the product is good enough for the customer. Safety first, safety always. Identification of bugs, defect, and errors. Test, perform manually testing, be a keeper from or to allow a product to fulfill the functional and customer requirement. Come on, you guys should be clapping for yourself. Identify defect, figure out it any possible way to ensure. Now, nobody is even mentioning to break a product. You guys, you know you're meant to break a software, but you know you are meant to break a software. A tester is supposed to prove that the software has bugs, and the presence of bugs is stakeholders who are responsible for quality assurance. Oh, thank you, Sophie. Finally, somebody said it. I think it says that can test the requirement as well. Of course, giving assurance of a product to meet the need of an end user, you need to make sure the software testing is working effectively. There is so much you can write down from this chat section, guys. In case you did not get what I said, there is so much you can write in the chat section. Okay? So, yes, my brother said to press spoil. Thank you. So, you know your role. Two primary responsibilities that I mentioned, in case you did not hear me well. One, to ensure that this software product meets the specific or specified requirement. Two, to ensure that the product is free of defects that could adversely affect its functionality, performance, and usability. Now, look at what I said. I said that could adversely. Now, because the truth is you will never get a defect-free product 100%. That is it. However, we do not expect that the product that you have tested would have an adverse effect on the users in the functionality, in the performance, on the usability of the product. Okay, meaning that the lowest of the lowest of the minors of the minutest defects is what is allowed to be on that product. Okay, let's move quickly. What are the types of testing? I talk about the types of testing based on method, types of testing based on usage. There is manual, and a lot of people used to confuse it. Is it type? Is it method? Is it how? Type of testing based on method is how do you test it? We call it the manual or automation testing. These are the two types of testing in terms of how testing is being done. This is the method. Types of testing based on method is manual or automation testing. Manual is when you are manually testing the product and checking everything is working as expected, right? While automation is you writing code to automate a part of your testing activities that takes your time, the regression part that consumes your time. That is what you use automation testing for. Did somebody get that? I need response. Did somebody get that? I'm waiting. Did somebody get that? The difference between manual. Now, because you are doing it manually and you are doing it automatically or using automation, does not mean, all right? It does not mean that, oh, I'm a better tester because I do manual testing, or I'm a better tester because I do automation testing. No, you are a software tester. That has to be cleared. You know what your responsibility is. And there are a lot of things that you need to do aside from just execution. So, manual testing is you are using your hand, your brain, your experience, your skill set to manually test the product, to manually carry out the test execution, during your software testing stage. While automation testing is you writing a code to test, your test execution. Do we get that now? Now, software testing, we also have software testing based on two other ways, which is the functional and non-functional testing. And then when we talk about functional testing, you are talking about verification, validation. Does this work? Can this do a lot of things? Can this achieve a lot of things? And then you're now going into non-functional testing. If I put, just for example, we have tested it on our Google Meet and see that if we put 500 of you on this call, if we put 500 of you on our Google Meet you people will not be able to log in again. That is a threshold, because based on the subscription plan that we have on our Google Meet, we can only accept 150 people in. However, if it is on YouTube, we have the capacity to host 1,000, 2,000 of you to join the session. So that is you checking, okay, you know that if I put out this product, have you guys remembered about when Jumia had a crash? On one of Jumia Black Friday. You remember Jumia Black Friday? Am I the only one? Am I the only one that knows Jumia Black Friday? Thank you, Paul. Paul knows Jumia Black Friday. we remember that when a lot of people went into the product crashed at some point. That was because of the capacity, the scalability of the product to welcome many more people. So you do performance testing under non-functional testing, you do security testing. Are you sure nobody can do into a loophole, into your product? Usability testing. If I don't have hands to type, can I still use your product? Who can use your product? Can a market woman use your product? Can a professional use your product? Can somebody that does not have on ears to hear use your product? Usability of the product has to be tested. Okay, so I just clarified on the types of testing that we have there. The next thing is the testing process. What is the process that is involved in carrying out testing? We have the test planning, where you need to plan out how your product is going to be tested. That is when you're talking about your understanding the project requirement and the scope, and creating a test plan that outlines the test strategy, the objectives, the resources you use, who are the testers that is needed, what are the expertise skills, what are the tools that you need, what kind of testing is happening on what, when is this going to be happening. That's when you talk about the schedule, and when are you going to be delivering it. At what point do you say that you are done with testing? And then we now go into test execution. Are you doing manual testing? Are you doing automation testing? When are you going to be, how are you going to be executing the product? And of course, in the course of testing, you definitely find bugs, which we call the defect, right? Or errors. There's defect, there's errors, there's bugs. But you need to be able to track and report what you have done or what you have identified. Okay, so we now go into defect reporting, and of course, you do test closure. But I always say that at the end of the test closure, there is also what we call post-test work. Okay, so even after you have finished closing your project and your product has gone live, you must carry out a usable test on your product on production. Okay, now the next thing is the test level. What are the test levels that we have? We talk about the unit testing. Unit testing is mostly done by developers to test for a sizable amount of their code, that make sure that it meets, they are developing what they are meant to deliver, and are they fulfilling the criteria of what they are meant to code for. So that is what we are unit testing. And then we have the integration testing, and we have the system testing, we have the user acceptance testing. There's so much kind of levels to testing that we have. Of course, there are majorly majorly 4 levels of testing that you need to know, right? Majorly 4 levels. And of course, the first one there is the unit testing, like I've mentioned to you, which is what the developer does. The focus there is on individual code to ensure that, okay, this actually works. What I'm meant to code is what I'm coding. And this is mostly done for companies that has a test-driven development. Yes, where developers write the code. And sometimes even testers get to write the test cases for the developer to work on, to be able to write their unit testing. And then we now go into integration testing, like I mentioned to you earlier. The focus is the interaction between integrated unit and the component, to ensure that these two components, so there is a component of a product that has been worked on. Is it working fine? Yes. Another component or another feature, let me give you something you can relate to. Another feature, another menu on your product, is it working fine? Yes. Another menu on your product, is it working fine? Yes. So what they now do is that they now test these 3 things and see if they can work together. Integration, see if these components can work together. So you have created a login page, and you have created a dashboard to order something. So login is working fine. You do component testing on that one. You go into the dashboard. Can I pick an item and place another? Is it working fine? Yes. Can I make payments? Is it working fine? Yes. When you are doing the integration test, you are now saying, when I log in, testing login to ensuring that you can order for an item, to ensuring that you can make payment, to ensuring that you can track, are all of these things working together? Yes, that is what we do, integration testing, making sure that everything can work together. Now we go into system testing. System testing is, aside from just this scenario of you logging in to order a product, we also have you logging in to place a product as a seller. We also have you saying that you want to keep a product in your favorite. All of these features happen on the application, and we are saying test the entire system from end to end. That is system testing. And that can include you carrying out both functional testing on the product, performance testing on the product, security testing on the product, and any other kind of test that I mentioned previously in your type of testing. And of course, when you are done with that, you also need to go into acceptance testing. You have tested it as a tester, but where are the PMs? Where are the users? This is when you now carry out acceptance testing and making sure that, okay, this works and it satisfies me as a customer, okay? most of the time, some customers usually do acceptance testing. Sometimes they bring in users into the company to carry out, testing on the product. And we have different types of acceptance testing. We have the alpha testing, which is conducted by your QA or your developer in-house. We also have the beta testing, which is being conducted by, let's say, just a group of external people. And then we have the user acceptance testing, which is being tested by the person that actually owns the product or that actually going to use the product, which are your customers. Okay, so that is acceptance testing for you. Then we now go into regression, specific parts, and this is mostly done by testers. In fact, this is the area we mostly do automation testing for. You do end-to-end testing, you do sanity, you do exploratory testing, and there's so many, other testing and the types that you do at this point. Okay, now test artifact that you need to know. We have test cases. Already done an intensive 2 hours plus training on how to write an effective test case. And I'm always saying it, and I always share software testers. There is no way I can get. We also have Gono testing, gamma testing. Yes, we also have gamma testing, but maybe not in the levels of testing, but in types of testing. So I said it that when you write a test case, you have no business submitting a test case that does not have the description, the steps to carry out the test, what you were expecting, what actually happened, and comment for anything that failed. Like you dare not have you dare not have a test case without a precondition. All of these things are should be a part of your test case. Then we go into the test scripts, right? Then you start writing your codes line by line, the test data. What do you use to carry out your test? You need to generate test cases. You need to generate test user data that you use. Okay, you want to sign up a user. What are the test data you use? After creating one user, sign up. How about the next one? Right? How about the next one that you are going to use? Doesn't mean that it will tell you that, oh, the user already exists. You have to be able to create multiple test data, the kind of tools you want to use, the kind of email address, the kind of name, the kind of phone number, and of course your test reporting. Because I always talk about the reporting as well. I talk about the reporting because there's really no way the stakeholders on the team would know about what you do without understanding from your report. Without understanding the report. Don't worry, because yes, you have done a lot of activities behind the scene, but if it is not there, if it is not reported, if they cannot see what you have done, then there is no way they can say that this is what you have meant, this is what you have done. You can do a lot of work behind the scene, but if it is not there, I can tell you for a fact that you have not done a thorough job because they cannot relate to what you have done. Testing tools, there are so many testing tools. If it's for manual testing, you can use your popular Google package to your presentation slide, your document to type, your Excel sheet to write your test case. You could be Microsoft packages. You could use Postman, of course, for manual testing of APIs. There is Microsoft MS SQL. There's a lot of tools you can use for manual testing, depending on what kind of test you are doing is. For automation testing, depending on the kind of automation that you are doing. If it's Postman, you can use Postman. You can use a lot of tools for API automation. You can use, if you are using Selenium and programming language, you can use JUnit and program. You can use different tools. They are also testing tools as well. And there are best practices for documentation. You just don't write documentation the way you feel or your emotions at that time. There has to be a way for you to write documentation, and there are standards to this thing. Now, if you are not in our community, you are going to miss out a lot of things because we are dishing out standards on how you should do things. We are telling you test case. There is a way to write a test case. There is a way to write a test plan. There is a way to write a test report. There's a way to do your risk analysis. There's a way to do the breakdown of the things that you do. There are breakdowns to it. There is a way, there is a standard practice. There is a standard way to look for quality assurance. And that's why I said you're just starting your career 1-2 years and then you're already claiming you're a quality assurance engineer. Nope, because you need experience to be able to carry out standards on quality assurance. Environment setup. How you need to have your test environment for you to carry out any product. So if you're in that company and they're telling you to go and be testing on production, resist the devil. Resist the devil from testing on production. Go, you must have a playground. You must have a test environment. Get access to that database. There is a test database in-house that you can use. Okay, you should not be having just only one database that is production. You should be having a test environment that is for test environment for database. So get access to all of these things. That API that they are working, that UI that you are testing, there is an API behind the scene. Get access to the collection. There are test environment. Bug reporting, there is a way you are meant to write a bug that even you'll be happy to test that product, or you'll be happy to fix the bug, and you have to be able to track the bugs that you have written. So there are best practices to these things. Challenges that you face, there are common challenges that we face, as a software tester. One of them is imposter syndrome in your place of work. You feel like, you are not so good. Oh, sorry, let me step down. You feel like you're not so good. Yes, thank you to all of you. Jira, Zypher for the tools that we use, Cypress, Apache JMeter for performance testing. Thank you guys. Keep bringing it on. Now, some of the challenges that we face as a in testing is that one. I say as a software tester. Firstly, as a software tester, what are the challenges is the acceptance of software testing importance to each product, right? That is a challenge that a lot of companies needs to overcome. Then the next one is, as a software tester, imposter syndrome of I'm the house help in the company. That's how a lot of testers act. They are like the house, they are the last resort, they are like the last result in the team. But you're not the last result in the team. I'm here to tell you that you're not the last result in the team, right? You are not the last result in the team. So you are meant to be out there. You are meant to work. You are meant to deliver quality product. Another challenge is, the quality of the work you do as a software tester. The quality of the work you do as a software tester is very, very important for you to deliver quality product. There are so many challenges that I will not have time to cover up today. And, that brings me to the end of this session. Let me do a quick recap of what I've talked about with you. We talked about what software testing is. I told you that it's the process of ensuring that the product meets the requirement and fulfills the business requirement. It meets the quality and fulfills the customer's requirement. I told you the importance where everybody talk about how it is risky for you not to test a product, or how it is even risky for you to say that your developer should be the one to test your product, or to say, oh, I'm a PM, I know how to test the product by myself. Or no, I've once been a tester before. If you have once been a tester, does not mean you're always a tester, because there's always an improvement to it. I've talked about the role of a tester. I mentioned two primary responsibilities. One, to ensure that that product they are testing meets the quality requirements of the customer, and also ensure that your product is defect-free is free from defect that can adversely affect a product functionality, performance, and secure and usability. Right? We talk about the manual testing. This is the method of you carrying out test execution manually. We talk about automated testing. This is the process of you writing an automation script to carry out a test execution. We talk about functionality, which is checking about the validation and the verification of a product. We talk about the non-functional testing. We talk about the performance, the security, the usability testing of a product. I told you about the processes that goes into software testing: the planning, the designing of the execution, the defect reporting and tracking, and of course the closure. And I also mentioned to you about the different levels that we have in testing. One of the questions somebody asked me is that, can unit testing be done by a QA person? I would say no. Unit testing is being done by a developer. However, the test case to support that unit testing can be done or should be done by a software tester. Okay, so as a software tester, you get to write test cases that can help your developer write an effective unit test, and that's an environment where it is test-driven, development that is being done. We also have the integration testing, where I explained to you where we have the different components of a product that is working, and we have tested that is fine, and you're checking if they can be joined together in an integration. When they're integrated together, and then you test them, that's integration testing. I talk about the system testing, where you're testing the entire product end to end. I talk about the user acceptance testing. I talk about the exploratory testing and stuff like that. I mentioned the active phase about writing your test cases. Test cases is not saying User should be able to log in. No, you are verifying something in a test case. You are validating just something in a test case. Your test case has to be very effective. We talk about the test scripts of what you write. We talk about the test data. We talk about the test report, where I make sure that you can do all the stress of testing in 8 hours, in 40 hours, in 10 days. If we do not have a report, your stakeholders do not believe you have done anything. And that's one of the issues that, we see that we see that a lot of testers has in their company, because they are not appreciating what they do, because there is no adequate reporting. And there are templates to do this thing. Join our community to learn that. We talk about the tools, and thankfully a lot of you blew up my mind, when you talk about my video is frozen. Can you guys still hear me, please? Let's be sure. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I still frozen?
I can hear you.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. Those on the YouTube, am I frozen? Can you hear me? Yes, we can hear you. Awesome. I can still hear you. Awesome. Thank you. So I've mentioned about, the different tools, and thanks to all of you giving me the wonderful tools that we have. We mentioned about using the Google or the Microsoft packages. We talk about Jira or Zypher for, reporting on managing test management. We talk about the Cypress for automation tools. We talk about a lot of tools, depending on the kind of test that we do. Now, I'm going to throw this shade here. Somebody mentioned to one of my HR, and I quote, the person is supposed to be employed for an automation testing role, and the person said that he used Cypress, and he said he uses Cypress. I forgot him. I mean, we use that in the community that day, where somebody says he does not know how to use Selenium, or he does not know how to use he use Selenium. Hey, he said he uses Selenium, he doesn't know how to write a code. Don't do that. Don't disgrace our ancestors. Don't disgrace our ancestors as a software tester. All right. So, but there are different tools depending on what you do. There are programming language, there are tools. Best practices. I talk about there are ways to write proper documented. Test case is not the only test documentation, no. There are more than 7 test documentation that we have that you must carry out in your product while you're testing your product. Okay, not only test case, because a lot of it is just test case that you do as a documentation. We have the environment that you should set. I talk about the test environment for database, for the test itself. I talk about reporting bugs. How do you create a standard bug reporting? And thankfully, we have a session on that today. You guys are here for a ride. Common testing challenges. I talk about how to overcome them. Imposter syndrome. You cannot overcome imposter syndrome by being impersonated or by being quiet. That is one of the trickiest way we think. I'm too shy. What am I going to do? I said, you will not keep quiet. No, that is you actually wallowing and swimming into the pool of imposter syndrome. You have to speak. I'm always saying that. See, the max is you will quarrel me, you will fight me, and you will not see me again. But you will not beat me. So I will still say what I want to say. And that is the way I have always been able to climb a lot of stages that I've climbed on today. I will still speak what I have to say. Even if it is rubbish, you would correct me. And tomorrow I'll be better at what I do. If you don't go out there and mess up, you cannot become the best of it. You have to mess up. The goal is that we're having an idea that when you are going out, you have to be perfect. If we have to wait to be where we are today, 5 years ago, then I possibly have never started at all. So, then I would have missed a lot of opportunities. Forbes identifying us and, speaking with us, interviews that we have gotten on global and local platforms. We will never have gotten there. So start with the rubbish. In all honesty, people are going to shade you, right? No, I'll let them shade you, but they will not beat you. Last, carry yourself, go out, go on a date. You and the love of your life, go and laugh it away. But you have to take a step ahead. Sometimes I laugh about myself 2 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm like, really? Did you really do this? Did you really say this? So that is how to overcome. You push beyond it. You do it afraid. All right. So that is it about it. The other resources, we talk about the books, the online course that we have coming for you. And, I'm going to be encouraging you to, to practice more. Okay. To practice more. Okay. Now it's time for me to go to the Q&A session. I could see a lot of questions in the chat area. So I'm going to scroll up as much as I can to see if I have questions. So I have just 11 minutes more to answer all your questions, right? I'm going to be checking, are there questions? 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 I love the fact that you guys do not have questions for me. It's always fantastic for me. I'm always very happy to see that there are no questions. But let me scroll down. I believe that there are questions for me. Now, if you don't put question mark at the end of your question or the rest of whatever you write, I believe that is not a question. Part of quality assurance. So I'm gonna go down to check. Um, oh, you guys are wonderful. You guys are wonderful. I see a lot of messages. I mean, this is the time you should be clapping for me, if you are not clapping for me already. But I'll allow
Yeah,
the
I'm
phone to.
actually clapping.
Yeah, but let me
There's a
just find.
question here for you. There's actually a question here for you. It
Okay, what's
says
the question?
better testing on Play Store is a form of software testing, right? Let me take it
Better
again.
Play Store.
Better testing on Play Store is a form of software testing, right?
Yes, it is. It's a form of acceptance testing. Because what they are doing when they give you a product to carry out, if they release a better product version of their product on Play Store, what they are trying to achieve is that users come and test this product for us, and give us feedback. Do you understand? That's what they are saying. That's what they are saying. So it's a form of testing, yes, but it's a form of. It's not a form of software. It's a form of test execution, right? You are carrying out what we call acceptance testing, and under acceptance testing, you are carrying out beta testing. So you are not really doing software testing, so to speak. You are just carrying out an acceptance testing that is meant for users. All right. I hope I answered that question. Mary Blessing said, can testers run unit testing, or is just them that runs the test? I think I've mentioned this question. If you know how to write unit testing, because even you as a tester, you need to be able to carry out unit testing on your own code. Do you understand? So testers have to be able to test their own code. So you should be able to do unit testing. But for a product in your company, the developer is meant to carry out the unit testing. But you can support them by writing a test case for them to carry out that unit testing. Mary Blossom, I hope I answered your question. Okay. Somebody said, let me see, is there any other question for me? Somebody asked,
Yeah,
how can we be part
yeah,
of the community? I believe that has been shared already.
yes, yes. Then I'm having another question here. It says, do manual tester write code?
No, they do not write code. It's called manual. It's just like saying, does a manual car use automatic? No, manual testers do not write code. Manual testers do not write code. Okay? Oh, yes, righteous John. Thank you. Remember, he said he used Selenium, but he doesn't know how to write code. Yes, that was the big that we dealt with in the community. Like, how do you how do you do that? Uh, what are the other documentations aside the test case doc? Okay, this one, Obina. What are the other documentation aside from test case, right? Yes, there are other documentation apart from software testing, aside from test case in software testing. There's something we call the requirements specification document, which your PMs can either provide for you. It's called the SRS. They can call it the software requirement document, product requirement document, or business requirement document. They can call it PRD, SRS, BRD. There is the test plan. There is the test design document that has both the high-level architectural design or low-level architectural design, which I call the test process flow. There is the test strategy document. There is the stability matrix. There is the test data file. There is the test logs. There is defect or bug reporting. There is test summary report. There is test environment specification. There is release notes. There is user documentation. So when you use that as a tester, you should be able to create user manual, installation guide, help guide. Yes. You should be able to create a review report, risk assessment, maintenance guide, process documentation. There are a lot of documentation, no? There are a lot of documentation. So you can go from there with multiple documentations, not just test case. What is the future of software testing? I will leave it to our panelists today to bombard us, because there is so much for software testing. I'm always saying that we are moving away from the days of I just learned A for what, A for apple, or I can check, mic check, 1, 2, 3, and then you call yourself a tester. No, that phase is wiping off, because we are focused on delivering quality engineers. Okay, quality engineers. One of our speakers says, how does someone outside tech start a career in software testing? This is one of the ways to start your career in software testing. Attend session like this. One, attend session. Two, be part of communities. We have in fact, I say it with all confidence, we have the most active software testing community in Africa. Take it from me. We have the most software testing active community in Africa. This is where we have a discussion channel that people are bringing basketballs. I think it was just yesterday, one of our person was telling that she uses a Windows PC, and he was installing something for like 9 hours and it didn't can work again. So we have a very proud. So join the community, and then the next thing is you take courses. Take courses from. You guys, if you're not following me on LinkedIn, you are missing a lot. Like, yes, you are missing a lot. My name is Ibiroke Yekini on LinkedIn. Follow me, because I used to clear a lot of shit, and I used to break a lot of tables. If you want to learn, now, I'm always saying it. Testify is not the only place for you to learn. However, if you want to learn, you must be very sure where you are learning. Not somebody that finished learning less than 1 year ago. Or that just started a career barely 2 years ago or 3 years ago is coming to teach you what is software testing, when they do not they themselves have not even gotten a job, and they're trying to use training you to make money for themselves. You want to learn from an expert. You want to also learn from a community-based learning. Not that there are 5 people that join the program. No, it's a community-based learning. I tell you confidently that we are Testify Academy is the first academy to create a community learning for software testers. 2, we are the first and the only academy that provides you a weekly, review session while you are learning. We are the only academy that approves what we call the rewarding session at the end of every module, and then we reward 3 people with gifts. We are the only academy that reviews the top best 3 students and give them internship opportunity. We are the only academy that allows you to pay an affordable price for a premium learning. If you see any of these things in another academy, it's either they stole from us or they are copying us. I say it with all confidence. We are the first person to start doing that, and we have been doing it, and that is the reason why you see a lot of our people graduate and get a job easily. If you finish our program end to end intensively, you were there from day 1 to day 90 intensively, and you have not gotten a job by now, no, we always tell you ask us for refund, because there is no way you'll be part of the program for good 90 days. You are part of the program intensively for that 90 days and you will not get a job. It just does not work that way. Okay, or except you choose to just come and learn testing. Of course, we have PMs that just want to learn software testing to have the knowledge. We have developers that just want to come to learn software testing to have the knowledge. So yes, I believe that you have to take a course. Don't worry, at the end of my session, we are going to be coming up with a course that you can even stick, because you might not be able to put in so much investment. You said our course is the cheapest, actually. I see the same thing we are teaching people in the UK here for over £800. The same thing we are teaching for 180,000 naira, £800, but yet they are not even giving you the things that we give. So like I said, attend event like this, be part of a community, actively involved in a community. And then the next thing is for you to be what? You also need to take up a course, a community-based learning platform for you to learn your course. And I'm always saying it without missing word. If anybody's going to teach you software testing in less than 90 days, like the person says that I'm going to make you to become a software tester in less than 90 days or in 30 days or in 60 days, that is a scam. Run. All right, so I hope I answered that question. What language is best with Selenium? There's no language best with Selenium. You can use Selenium with any language, JavaScript, Python, Java, and anyone that you're comfortable with. Even people use C++, C#, people use Cucumber with it. See, there is no best programming language. It's about what you know. with Selenium. Another person said, what is the average investment time to become a software tester? On an average, I would say 90 days. That is what it takes that we have practiced, we have seen worked, and it has produced results. Okay, so that is what I can tell. I don't know of any other one. We can give you, you can have you can know about software testing in 30 days, which is one of the courses that we are launching soon today. So you can know about software testing, but you want to start working as a software tester, as a certified software tester. The average is 90 days. All right. What's the next question that we have here? To be a good QA, now, QA is different from test engineer. Let's stop mixing the word. QA means quality assurance. It's different from test engineer. So I believe that what you're asking is that to be a good QA, do you need to have a basic knowledge of product management? Of course, there are researching skills, there are documentation, there are business part. You need to know about it. Yes, you need to have a basic knowledge of product management. So project, product development, you need business analysis, you need data, you need to have basic of those knowledge. Somebody said, what is the correlation between software testing and Java? Because you use Java programming language to write code in software testing. Yes. It's just like when you ask what's the correlation between software development and Java. You write code to test, you write code to develop. The same way you write a code to develop, you also write a code to test. Both of them, as a software tester and as a developer, you are both software engineers. The difference is that somebody writes a code to develop, while somebody writes a code to test it. Somebody said, how can you advise someone who wants to switch from manual to automation testing? Take an automation course. And take an automation course. And the reason why I say take an automation course is because I don't want you to start learning JavaScript, Python. You have learned how to, you go to a company, they said, oh, you have learned Java finished. You go to a company, they said, we are using Python. And then you're like, oh, I don't know how to do Python. And then you lose the job. That is not the best way, but you know the best way when you take our course. That's the reason why a lot of people that they say they are automation tester out there, they are either not doing test automation in their company. Go and check them. I can tell you that we have an handful of people that are just doing automation in their company. The title is just there. They are not really doing automation the way automation should be done. So it's one thing to know how to write a code. It's another thing to know how to do automation. The reason why I say that developers cannot write automation testing. It's one thing to write a code, it's another thing to be an automation tester. So my advice is take an automation course that will teach you intensively what you need to learn to become a software tester, automation tester. From understanding automation and how to implement it, to understanding programming language, to the DevOps side of things, to the automation of web, mobile, to understanding at least 3 programming languages that you can go to any companies, regardless of the programming language they use, and you can flourish there. So all I can advise you is take our test automation program. You get to know about it. So stay through to the end of this program. Donatus also asks, software developers are required to test the code they write using unit tests, as you said. So what is the point of the role of a software tester? That is, what does tester do that the developer doesn't? Like you said, you're right, you are testing your code. You are not testing the requirement of the business. You are not testing what the user is expecting. You are not the one that is going to reduce the number of time it takes to write regression tests. Code is not all to it to a product. How about the design? How about the business requirement part of things? How about the financial implication side of things? So that is not all to what a product is. Unit code is you testing the code that you write. But it's not about you actually testing the entire product end to end. It's not about you also testing, the quality of the product that you have released out there. It's not about you also testing the product in the way the user will perceive it and use your product. I can say that, oh, there is an AC here, they have already implemented it, everything is fine. You can just fix it and go. And I don't need to test it. Of course not. I still have to test it to be sure that this thing is functioning. I can still tell you that, oh, this AC is blowing in this direction and not in this direction. Why? Even though it's working functionally, but how about the direction of flow? So there is more that a tester does beyond what the developer can write as a code. I hope I answered that question. Chisom, okay, let me see any other question. Somebody also said, some of them are required to test the code that they write using unit testing. Okay, I think I've already answered this question. Okay, I already answered this question. Does a tester necessarily need to know how to write a code? If you want to be a full-blown tester, yes, you need to know how to write a code. But in the long run, you can stay with manual testing skill and still be successful. But if you want to become a sought-after global software tester, then you need to know how to write the code and write automation tests. Somebody said, is it compulsory to move to automation? Can one just have a full career with manual? No, you cannot. I'm always saying that there's nothing like a full career with manual testing. You are a software tester, whether manual, it should be found in you. Whether automation, it should be found in you. Whether performance, it should be found in you. Whether functional, it should be found in you. There's nothing like, I want to just do manual. That's the language of a lazy person. Don't worry, Nkem, I'm not coming for you. No, there's nothing like have a full-blown career as a manual tester. No, the question, you are limiting yourself, to the kind of thing you can achieve. You are limiting yourself to the kind of offers you can benefit from. Okay. And the industry is also moving. You also need to follow the trend of industry and grow. Is automation execution same as test report? It depends on the content of what you have inside. Okay, is test automation results same as test report? It depends on the content you have inside. You can have a report that just shows 20 passed, 40 fails. That is your execution report. But your test report should tell us, is this product good to go? What is the risk behind this product? If you say that this thing has a defect, what is the priority of that defect? That is what the test report does. So your execution could just be 20 pass, 40 fail, but it does not tell us in details the severity of that defect. And that is why you need a test report. Why do you repost? Why did you? Okay. Hope newbies can stay here. Of course, that's why you're here to learn. I was asked acceptance test. I mentioned alpha and beta, but apparently gamma testing was also mentioned. Please, can you give light on that? Okay, I don't think I understand your question. Okay, you said gamma testing was also mentioned. You want me to shed light on gamma testing? Is not a standard term. Okay, the person just used gamma testing, so to speak, but it's actually you talking about alpha or automation or beta testing. Okay, it's not a standard term in the software testing industry. Gamma testing itself, it's more of alpha or beta testing. Alpha and beta they are more standard. However, in some context, or let me say in a specific terminologies, gamma testing can be referred to testing a product after beta testing and just after the product has been released, which a lot of people, we don't even have time for that in an agile environment. So you have done a beta testing, and then before the product is being released, you are now doing gamma testing. What is the purpose of gamma testing? To ensure that any critical or bug reported during beta testing has been addressed. Okay, that's the purpose of gamma testing. That, okay, after you have done your beta testing, any issue that were found when your customers were doing the beta testing, they have all been addressed. And no new issues were introduced, which you can call, sanity test or smoke test. There are a lot of other terms to use for it. Okay, and the focus is to check for. And it's just like a final check after beta testing has been done before the final release. So the space between is a beta testing and a released product is where gamma testing comes in. I hope I answered your question. What's the difference between a test plan and a test strategy? I don't want to talk before people come and say that I'm shading people today. These are the questions you can ask people. These are the questions you can ask people, but don't mind me. Let me not shade you. I would say that both of them they are all components of software testing lifecycle, but they serve different purpose and they contain different types of information. For test planning, let me give you an example of a test plan. The content inside a test plan, you will see introduction, the test scopes, the objectives, the environment, the deliverables, the testing tasks, the responsibility, who will do what, the schedule, the risks or mitigations, the entry or exit criteria, the resource planning, the testing tools, the approval, that's the sign off. Okay. Now, the purpose of this is to serve as a blueprint for testing processes, detailing what, how, when, and by whom the testing will be done. That is what you see in the test plan. Okay? It contains a very, if I'm to define it, I'll say it's a detailed document that outlines the scope, approach, resources, and schedule of the intended product to be tested. And it shows us, the what, how, when, by whom the testing will be done. But when you come to test strategy, almost the same content, but not the same. Okay, you get to see introduction, the scopes and objective, high level goals. You see the test approaches, the methodology and the level types. You see the testing levels, the units, the system, and the acceptance. You see the testing type, the functional performance, usability. You see the environment, hardware, software, network. You see the tools. You see the deliverables. You see the resources and training requirement that is required. You see the, of course, risk and assessment, test management and control, how the test is going to be monitored after production. So in a way, you can see that they are interwoven, but they are not the same. So to provide a general view, I would say that it is less detailed. Test strategy is less detailed than a test plan. And test strategy does not change. Test plan can change a lot of time. So while test strategy outlines the approach and method for testing across a project or at an organizational level, what test plan does is that it is specific to a product, detailing the exact scope. So if you come to your company now, let's say you guys have like 3-4 products, your test strategy would work for all the company. Like, this is the way we carry out what we do. Your test plan is for a particular product. Okay, I hope I answered that question, Osinachi. Somebody said, is automation testing better than manual? None is better than the other. Both of them are required. Next question. What's the future of testing? I've answered that. Wait for our next session. So much questions. Yeah, I hope I've answered all. Somebody said, it may seem as though the big boys, so we girls, we are not human beings. Okay. It may seem as the big boys and girls in the software testing world are the senior people who have been involved in minimum of 7 years, like myself. What is the future for guys with little experience? You are growing to become that as well. Like, the person that has 7 years experience did not have it in one day. They were once in 1 year experience. They once had 2 years. They once had 3 years. And then they grow to having 7 years. Okay? And the same way, probably that our experts that are coming on board today with 20 years of experience, they didn't have 20 years in one day. 20, their experience grew from when they were having little experience or no experience, like 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then they grew to 20 years. So you have to stay there and keep learning. You have to stay there and keep learning. What should be shared with stakeholder apart from this test execution filter report, automation testing report, test execution filter? What's a test execution filter? I don't know what that means. Performance reports, bug report. I believe you report that you're talking about. Test automation report. You have to be able to, aside from providing reports, aside from presenting and demoing the product for them, because you should be able to provide a report, you should be able to demo the usability of that product to them. But at the same time, you should be able to guarantee the quality of the product. So you get to work with the DevOps and everybody in the team. But the most importantly, that you should be able to show your stakeholders that you can guarantee the quality. You can be the person that can say, I vouch for this product and it is good to go. Okay, I think I overused my time. Ofon, you are not speaking. I see a lot of questions here. Please tell me what you have learned. I think that's the next thing that we are meant to be talking here. All the questions that we have not answered, pack everything and bring it to the discussion channel on our Slack, okay? And everything will be addressed there. So my next thing is, use the chat section to tell me, what have you learned in my session? I know that Funny will be coming up very soon now to ask questions. Just not question again. The question is, what have you learned? Let's use the chat section, and I think this is also where you get to a lot. So you need to write it now. You need to write it. You need to write a lot. Even if it's 1 or 2 things that you remember, just write it in the chat section or tweet about it on social media and use the hashtag that was provided. So let's share. Let's share in the comment section. What have you learned? Ofanime, are you here? Adobe, are you here? Prashant, thank you. It was a full-blown summary for me. Yes, of course, it's a software tester. I need those. I'm not seeing comment like, what did you learn? Say I learned though. I don't want to hear that one. I want to see what you learned. Mary Blossom said, "You're shedding more light on the challenges which I experienced. Now I do not feel alone." Awesome. Difference between, somebody said the difference between test plan and test strategy. Somebody also said, "I've learned my function as a software tester. You can be a manual test. You cannot be. It's part of it. You cannot be a manual tester alone. It's part of the big box. Every other testing of type should be found in you." Trophy yellow. Amazing. About the duties of a software tester, the testing activate and the testing level. Amazing, amazing. So over to you, Ofonime. Ofonime network has gone off again. Adobe, are you here to take over from her? People did not even learn a lot from
Hello.
yourself. Wow, we can't see you.
Okay. Can you all see me?
Yes, please, you can go ahead. Thank you so much,
All
everyone.
right.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
So you guys didn't learn anything from the Bironke session.
Did not
Just
learn.
go. Please go to our Instagram. I think it's pinned on the chat session. Go to our Instagram. Go to our Twitter. That's X right now. Go to Threads. Write your notes and tag us. Yeah. Nkem, thank you very much. She said she's a proud STST student. Some people are in the chat
Yes.
session saying that, oh, some people are in the chat session saying that, can we trust Testify Academy? I think they can hear from Unkim, Mary Blossom. Thank you so much. So just go to the chat section. You're going to see our Instagram link. Instagram link. You're going to see our our LinkedIn. Go there, write everything you have learned, and tag us. Okay, somebody said learned. Okay, take away the test documentation. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Tommy. Tommy, your C. Sorry if I just murdered your name. All right. So we have some people that have already registered. We had their numbers. So we're going to be crediting you very soon. So just hold on so that you're going to hear everything we have for you. Everything is packed. We have a packed session for you today. Everything is packed for you. Just hold on till the last session. So I don't know if we have Mommy Goodie Bag here with us.
She's here. Oh, her video is not on.
So right about now, we'll be going into the course that we have for you in Testify Academy. We have a new course that we're going to announce soon. So if you are there and you are happy to hear this launch, just make some noise in the comment section. Make some. I'm not seeing your comments. So I'm not seeing your comments. We have a course launch. You want to learn software testing. You want to start your career in software testing. This is for you. How do you register? Don't worry. We're going to give you the details right now. So I give it up to our dearly beloved Ibironke. Please take it over from here. Tell us about ABC of software testing and how they can register and all the benefits that comes with it from registering today.
Amazing. Thank you. I must say the drum roll. Oh. Hey, I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed. Like I feel elated. Thank you for allowing me to share this, Adobe. So yes, we officially learn now. What you just listened to me talk about is just me giving you an intro to this wonderful course that we have. Yes, that is what you just listened to me speaking to you about. That's just an intro. Like, okay, there is something called software testing. There is something called, I see a lot of our students here as well saying, I'm a proud. Yes, there is still so much lesson. Today is loaded. All our speakers are even on standby already. So during this course launch, what I want you to know is that we have a lot of courses at Testify Limited. Basically, we run the like I mentioned, we have the automation course which lasts for 5 months, and then we have the STST, which lasts for 3 months. But the course we are launching to you today on this call is the APC of software testing. Now, that is to say, why are we calling it the APC? Even if you do not want to focus on software testing as a career, you can also take this course. Even though you don't know if this is what you should be doing yet. Okay, this is also for you. You don't know if I want to win. I don't know. Let me not go and put 180K. Now, what if I don't like the course? Then this is something you definitely want to check out from. Okay, this is something you actually want to check for as well. It is very, very important that you check at this event, like check about at this course, and then you can make your decision to go forward from here. And then even as a product manager, you can learn this. As a developer, you can learn the software testing, the ABC of software testing, just so you'll be able to speak better, so that you don't start saying, I'm a developer, or I don't know what software testing is. It just is not, it's not hard enough. It's not hard enough. It's not hard enough. So don't ever say you do not know anything about software testing, because there is so much about it. And at this program, so that's why I'm presenting this ABC. What would you learn? Or why, in fact, this is where you even know why you should even be a software tester. There's opportunity to work from home. There is a required skill that in the so-called Jackpot era. Of course, I didn't Jackpot anyways. If you know, that you come to the UK, and then at least 3 people told me that immediately, what am I saying? 7 to 8 people told me that immediately they changed their location on LinkedIn to United Kingdom. It's just like the job are just falling in like mountains. But that is because of the high demand. I can tell you guys for free that just this year alone, while still in the UK, I got offers with full visa and relocation packages to countries like US, countries like Germany, countries like Canada. Just because you need to, if you are ever thinking of traveling out of the country, then this is a skill you want to learn. Because the truth is that if it's software development, it's almost saturated. And we have a lot of AIs. We have a lot of tools that can do what for you. But software testing is not a saturated skill. We still have a lot of opportunities and lesser hand to take it up. But with this ABC of software testing, you can make your decision and say, now, I want to know more. I want to go into software testing as a career fully. So this is your one stop to doing it. Now, this is not the job that will give you, this is not the course that will make you become a certified software tester. And this is not the course that will make you to get that 6-figure job. This is the course where you get to learn everything you need to know as a beginner or as a test enthusiast in software testing. All right. Who is this course for? You have been doing a 9 to 5 job, and you think it's time for you to change what you are doing and switch to a new career in tech, but you don't even know how. You are looking to start a career in tech, but you don't know where to start from, or you think tech is too complex. You want a short course that can teach you the ABC, the basics of software testing. You are looking for an affordable tech course that can teach you the basic to set up and start learning, and start growing in your career. You are looking for something new that can reward your hard work. You're already a software tester. You just need something to remind you of this, all of these things that I mentioned. Now, some of you mentioned that is refreshing. Here we are going to be taking up, ISTQB standard, everything basic that you need to know. You are going to be learning it here. Okay. So what are you going to learn in this program? We are going to be teaching you the anatomy of software testing. All these things that I mentioned now is not even enough anatomy of software testing, because I just delivered it in less than an hour, right? But there is more. There are over 3 to 6 topics here that are going to last for like 3 hours. You're going to be learning the skeleton of test automation and reports. And I mentioned to you, test documentation is not only test case. There is many more. Now, this is where you want to learn. There are 10 topics to be covered here. There are documentation, and you're going to lay hands-on to create samples of those documentations and reporting yourself. You want to learn the DNA of a software tester. A lot of people have sent me DM, and I'm grateful to every one of you that have sent me DM that I said, Princess, I want to be like you as a software tester. I've learned software testing from this academy, from that academy, but I still cannot do the things you do or the way you do it. There is a DNA of a software tester that I will not be sharing with you for free. Like, never, ever, 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 ever will I share it with you for free until you get the DNA of a software tester. And lastly, mastering the art of becoming a software tester. Now, if you notice that I'm putting tester, like I'm not writing T-E-S-T-E-R, I'm writing T-E-S-T-A-R, because there is more to just being a software tester. Okay? All these things, you are going to be learning it in 1 month. I'm not here to take you long. I'm not here to to bombard you with, what you learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and learn every blessed day you are learning. And I'm not yet to do that for you. I'm not yet to exhaust you with too much to learn, But other courses that we have launched before, these are where our graduates work. What am I going to say? These ones there, they are not even up to date, because we have graduates working at Microsoft, we have graduates working at Visa, we have Microsoft. In fact, tell me your top tech companies in your countries, and I'll point out to testify graduates working there. Either Paystack, either Flutterwave, either InterSwitch. We find them everywhere. Okay, so these are where our graduates works.